Hello fellow YouTubers, I'm Epic Doom, and today we're going to be talking about a man that a lot of people within the gaming community know as DSPGaming, also known as Darkside Phil. Now, in recent months, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding this particular figure. As you can see right here on the screen, he's staring at us pretty menacingly in his Welcome to DSPGaming channel trailer, and I'm just going to review this trailer because I found a lot of things in it that if you still are a fan of him, which I don't know why you would be, but if you still, haven't really just heard about any of the things he's done or really just opened your eyes, hopefully this will be the determining factor in helping you join the good side and fight against this man that has just been doing awful things within the gaming community. So here we're going to begin his channel trailer. Keep in mind this is pretty explicit, so,
Hello everyone, I'm Darkside Phil, or DSP for short.
Right.
Welcome to DSP Gaming. Now, if you're actually seeing this video, it means that you're not currently a subscriber of the channel.
Okay, see, that's bullshit. He said, if you're seeing this video right now, then you are currently not a subscriber. Well, right here it says I'm subscribed to him. So, right off the bat, he's already lying to us to try to get some money out of us.
And what I'd like to do is explain a little bit about myself.
We should probably unsubscribe anyway.
Yeah, I probably should unsubscribe. Voice in my head. Thank you.
All about and what the channel is. I myself am a former pro fighting game player.
Alright, he said he's a former pro fighting game player, wrestler. I don't fucking know. But point is, he sucks. So that's not true.
As well as a machinima partner here on YouTube and a Twitch TV partner over on Twitch TV.
Alright, see, that's another problem. He says he's a machinima partner here on YouTube, but he's a Twitch partner over on Twitch TV. And that's an unfair business practice because he never stated that the relationship was polyamorous, so he's cheating on them.
And what DSP Gaming is really about is playthroughs, coverage of all kinds of gaming style events, and basically honest footage. And when I say that, I mean that you're going to find that when you watch my videos, they're going to be a little bit different than a lot of other people's when it comes to regards of the content of the gameplay.
See, right there he says that they're going to be a lot different in regards to the gameplay than compared to other YouTubers, and that's true because most YouTubers don't worship Satan in their videos, but DSP does.
A lot of people on YouTube like to do Let's Plays and video game playthroughs, but it's like the master run. They've practiced, and here's them doing extremely well. Here's a speed run. Here's my montage video of me getting no scope. Oh, speaking of
those videos of that nature, I'm sorry. You should all check out my Dark Souls speedrun. Just had to plug myself there. It's a lot better than anything Phil's ever done.
Kills, 30 times in a row. That is not the kind of stuff that you're going to see here on DSP Gaming. This channel is really to show you what I would like to say the common Joe gamer would get out of the latest video game releases. So, for example, if I do a playthrough of a game, I play it raw, I play it fresh. I'm not using a strategy guide most of the time, unless I find that I need it because if the game is so difficult that I'm not progressing. And I'm doing my live, honest feelings about the gameplay. I'm not one of these people who actually plays through a game recording the gameplay and then comes and dubs comedy or sketch stuff over it. You're not going to find my gameplay with all kinds of crazy video editing and stuff in it. That's not what this channel is about.
See, he says that's not what this channel is about. But let's think about this for a second. Some amount of editing would have to go into every single one of his videos. Or else, it'd all just be one continuous video. He would just have a constant stream. A 6,000 hour long video. But no, you see videos of varying lengths. As like this one, 7 minutes. He had to hit the stop button on the camera. Or there is a rumor that he never actually moves from that spot and Satan just turns it off for him. But I won't get into that too much.
Now, I've actually been around.
Speaking of videos, he's reaching 25,000 pretty soon.
He is, and that's a ridiculous amount. And we'll get into that in a little bit. They are all shit.
On YouTube, way back when on my original channel, Darkside Phil, I used to do almost guerrilla style footage where it was just me starting out as a hobby, messing around in games, joking. Sometimes I would even be drinking when I was playing, and so it wasn't really very serious. But over the course of a few years, my hobby quickly grew.
I'm sorry, I paused this a little late for this statement because one of my headphones fell out and I had to fix that shit. But he said he was even drinking while playing the games, and that is just awful. Is that the message he wants to send to the children of YouTube? I don't think so.
To a very popular thing here on YouTube. And then in 2010, unfortunately, I was laid off from my full-time job, which I had worked at, an office job, for 5 years, and I was faced with a decision. Do I completely dump my hobby and try to focus on maybe getting a job in a completely different job sector, because unfortunately there's just no one hiring in Connecticut where I live for the job that I was holding. So do I...
Notice how he withholds the information of what job he is actually specialized in, what his qualifications and certifications actually are. That's because he actually worked with the Legion of Satanists, and he would worship young children. And after that place got shut down by the EPA, then you know, he was out of the job, and that's where this came in. He said his little prayer to Satan, and that's how we got all these subscribers and views and whatnot. So that's the side of the story that he's not telling you here.
Really refocus my energies and try to relearn a whole new trade and start over? Or could I focus on my YouTube popularity and maybe make it into something bigger? And so since 2010 here on DSP Gaming, I have been providing as much quality content as possible. And admittedly, a lot of people will complain and say that I put out too many videos in a day. Typically what I try to do here on DSP Gaming is play different games every day. And I actually do live streams on Twitch TV. My channel over there is actually Darkside Phil. And then I archive that footage with direct capture, and I upload it here to DSP Gaming. Typically I try to play 2 different games every day, so that way there's variety. And that way when you're here on YouTube, maybe you don't like a particular game that I'm playing, or it's just not your cup of tea, but maybe the other game that I'm playing is interesting to you. That way you have more of a variety of choice in videos to watch.
Alright, he speaks about variety of choice. But what variety really is there, Phil? If we aren't liking a game that you play, and you're putting out all these videos every day, then our inbox will be flooded by that. And if there's a certain number of games that you play that we don't particularly enjoy, wouldn't you think there might be something wrong with that? Why do you feel the need for this variation? Can't you self-assure yourself that you have the talent to make any game entertaining? You said yourself that you're doing raw gameplay that can appeal to the average Joe, any form of gamer. So shouldn't any form of gamer watching be able to enjoy it just as you are? Are you not the voice of the gamer? Are you lying to us?
However, I do want to warn everyone, I do upload typically a lot more videos than the average YouTuber. In fact, this channel's only been around for about 3 years now, and I've got over 20,000 total videos uploaded to this page. I mean, just think about that. A one-man guy. It wasn't me and a team of...
It actually was not a one-man guy. It was a one-man guy and Satan. And I believe that wraps up everything that is in this video that could criminalize DSP, the man that we are seeing right here, obviously. And I feel like I've given enough information just from my observations of this video. So today I have a man that DSP did some awful things to, and I'm going to have him speak to us. So, anonymous man, please reveal yourself.
Hello, my name is Panda Lee.
Hello, Panda Lee. Would you like to explain to us
Yes.
what has happened here?
So now, the guy you see on the screen right now, he molested and raped me when I was a child. And now he wants to marry me, and I have no choice. It's against my will. There's nothing I can do. What he used to do before he went to direct capture, he used to come to my house every Sunday and bring a camcorder and start put his little Brings back so many horrible memories.
It's okay. It's okay. Even I'm getting a little teary-eyed by this. I just can't believe he would do this.
He put his little picture with it inside my little cooch and recorded with it.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry that we had to cut off there. It was just getting too explicit. But now that we've calmed down, I believe we can explain this coherently. So go ahead and start where you were.
So he put his big black meat inside my little pussy, and he take his little camcorder, shove it right up there, and record every little bit of it, up to each little bit of juice, each little bit of juice inside my little legs, and I got myself a little pregnant field banana junior. And what you would do every 5 to 10 minutes, he'd stop recording. And he'd record some more. I guarantee you check his hard drives and his computer, and you would see at least 50,000 videos of him molesting me. To do some blowjobs, anal, and even worse. We did 9/11. He was in the plane in the Twin Towers. Oh, you can find a folder on his computer called "I did 9/11."
Ma'am, yeah, we need to know, did he make it go for a flight?
He made 9/11 go for a flight, and up they do. Up, down, left, right, left, north, west, up, Christ. I thought my little pussy hole and right back out. We can fucking talk about my
house. There's one more thing that I'd like to bring up with you that I know that you know about. I'm sorry you had to be a part of this, but can you give us some details about these parties that DSP would go to that you were not invited to?
every weekend. Phil would throw a party with all his friends. All 2 of them. And he never invited me. All he would do was keep recording videos of his shitty gameplay. And when I went, no man, I dressed up in a Peter's costume that day because it was Halloween. And you know what he did? He said I was bugged. He kicked me in the balls. And then he said, fuck you. And then he locked the door and called 911 on me. And then he came by the jail cell next day. Picked me up, bailed me out, put me in my car, taped me to the side of the van and started molesting me as he started putting little sharp hair on my body that said skate and slide all over my face. It was a terrible, terrible time. It's only worse now that he wants to have kids and wants to have a house with me. He's gonna make a fix on just start raping me even more vigorously. I think I'm gonna die.
Well, I believe we've heard enough. For those of you watching this, hopefully you will see the truth. If you've endured it this long, then I would expect you to be able to realize what this man is all about. So thank you for joining us today, and I will see you all later.